Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another new book. Who dis? I am your host, Death Metal Hero, and with me, I've got Happy Harry Hardon and Oliver, both from the 656 crew. Welcome, brothers. Thanks for coming to hang out. How you guys?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. We're doing pretty good. It's a little rainy outside right now, but we're good.
Ooh, I like a good rainy day. I like
Luke,
a good rainy day.
everybody rains, Luke?
Yes.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I pluviophile, man, all the way. That's me. That's me. What up, Skip Edwards? Hey. Welcome.
Skip.
Thanks for coming to hang
What's
out.
up, Skip?
Joe, hail. Welcome. Flying Feline, thanks for coming to hang out, you guys.
Very
So,
cool,
you guys
cool.
are off to a fantastic start. Congratulations.
Yes, definitely, man. Wow, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like it really hasn't sunk in yet, but we're good.
Yeah. Don't worry. It'll sink in a couple days later. You'll think, wow, holy crap. But I mean, the book looks amazing. So,
Thank you so much for that.
That's very exciting, man. So what are you guys reading right now? I realize you're full bore like on the campaign, but is there anything that's that you've been reading recently that's really,
Let me see what I got here
really,
on the
really
spinner
stood
rack.
out? Yeah.
He's an avid comic buyer.
Yeah, I try to get comics. I was reading this. I don't know if you checked that out. It's called Helm Grey Castle.
I saw that. Yeah, that just showed up last week in the shop.
Yeah,
good?
it's we know the writer Barajas, Henry Barajas. He's
Really?
a Latinx writer. It's all right, I guess. But you know what's really the thing that I found that was really good about it was that it has an adventure module included in the back. So it's based off of a D&D campaign. And in the back,
cool.
it has an adventure module. And I don't know if you're into D&D or not, or anything like that.
I love me some D&D. Rogue all day, every day.
Oh, nice.
Like,
Very nice.
You in
very
the back,
cool.
in the face.
Hell yeah. Save versus death, motherfucker. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Back in the 80s, I don't know if you remember Mastica, the role-playing game called Mastica. So Mastica was pretty much the Aztec you travel across Forgotten Realms, you get to the other side of Forgotten Realms where there was nothing, and you find the Aztec Empire, and then you start, role playing there. So that's what this is. Basically, that's what it is. It's Mastica in D&D, but it's told I guess through a different perspective. It's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sorry, Henry, I'm gonna have to put you on the spot, but the dialogue's a little dry. But the art is really, really good. It's really fantastic.
Excellent.
I love the artwork on it. So.
Nice.
That's what I'm reading right now.
If it's still in the shop when I go in, I work tomorrow. I go into the shop tomorrow. So if it's still on the wall, I'll snag it up.
Do you give first dibs, Luke, when you work in the shop?
Yes, yes and no. Actually, when it comes to stuff that for example, Berserker, when it came out, I forgot to put anything down, forgot to let anybody know, and I didn't get one until somebody one of my regulars brought me one that he had an extra of. He's like, "Oh yeah, here, man." I was like, "Oh, thank you."
That's awesome.
But sometimes when stuff is up on the wall, and what I try to do is I try to wait until the end of the day, Saturday, and if it doesn't go by the end of the day, Saturday, then I will pick it up. I like to try to at least give an opportunity for somebody to come in and find it because I'm there all the time. It may or may not come through again. So
you're a good man. You're a good man in that respect. Especially if I was working at a shop, man, I'd be grabbing everything as soon as it comes out. I'm like, take it out my pay. I'm taking it.
Yeah, no, trust me, it's a struggle, especially when it's slow. And I got to go through and put the back issues in order. It's like, oh yeah, let me just bring up my CLZ app, and don't have that one, and oh yeah, it's got a alphanumeric, right, and don't have that one. Oh Lord, it's bad. And then the 50-cent book, like every time the 50-cent bin, like every time she puts out new 50-cent books, it's like, I don't necessarily need these, but they're 50 cents and they're good art reference.
Very cool.
Black Flag.
Yeah.
Last time
I found about 2 weeks ago, I went to my local LCS. I'm sorry, and I found a Bigfoot book, Richard Corbin and Steve Niles for $1.
Oh no!
And
kidding.
Yeah, and I found a Black Flag, Frega. I found him for $1. Like I think it was issue 3 or 4 of Black Flag when he was with Image
Oh
for
wow.
$1. And I'm like, man, I grabbed those like right away. And oh man,
Yeah,
those are
man.
the finds. Those are the good finds, you know.
And that's part of the beauty of the back issue bin, man. You know, being able to
Mhm.
find that stuff. You know, just those little hidden gems. I mean, and also that's part of you know, being able to go on the hunt. You know, I mean, being
Oh,
able to
man.
order it online, yeah. But you know, being able to find that issue that you're missing in a run out in the
Let,
wild, just
let me
looking on it, looking for it.
let you in on a big like secret stash that I just found out about. Check this out.
Right.
Anais, can you give me that book that's right there?
Oh
Please?
shit! He's getting the kid to bring him stuff.
Yeah, I know, and he's in the middle of dinner too, so I'm making him get up and get it. The one that's right there.
What
You see
the
it?
hell, Dad?
Down there you go. So I found this. Guess where I found this?
Hey, what's up, Too Hot? Oh wow! I don't think I've ever seen that out in the wild.
I found this at the Dollar Tree.
Wow,
I found a bunch of
amazing.
graphic novels at the Dollar Tree. I found the Steve McKean, all the covers for Sandman. I found that at the Dollar Tree. That's like a $50 book, and I grabbed it. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So get on it, man. Get on the Dollar Tree bin.
All right.
I was surprised.
You got at least one here in town.
There you go. You know what? After the show, I got another copy of this. After the show, just give me your info and I'll send it to you. I'll pay for postage. I don't give a shit. I'll send it to you.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
No worries. I got another copy, so it's just sitting there. I'm not gonna. I did it because I was greedy.
Dude,
No, I will
appreciate it, man.
No worries. No worries.
Awesome. Yeah. So what about you, Oliver? You got anything that you're excited about?
Well, right now I just pre-ordered the Red Room books by Ed Piskor.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He's doing some really cool stuff, man.
Yeah, it's right up my alley too, man. The dark web, all the snuff things. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, but,
And he doesn't pull any punches.
They came
What I've
out
seen
wrong.
with that, yeah. Like
Yeah,
from
man,
what I've
that-
seen,
that-
he doesn't pull any punches with that art either. Like
yeah,
it's
man, that
brutal.
artwork is brutal, man, and yeah, man, I'm excited for that. And currently, well, since we're in lockdown, we can't cross the border, so we can't go to comic shops.
Right.
So yeah, we can't. I'm not
Oh,
reading
that
anything current, anything new right now, but
Well, I mean, you know, also books that you're excited about that you've seen, you know, other campaigns, you know, like just comics in general or books, novels that you're reading, any stories, interesting articles. I mean, you know, reading doesn't just have to be limited to comics. I mean, I've got quite a few paperbacks behind me as well.
Yeah, same here, man. I got all my Henry Miller and stuff like that back here. All this craziness.
You know, you got to be well read if you're gonna do this writing thing, right? You know.
Oh hell yeah.
You gotta know what's out there. That way you can build something original from everything else.
What were you gonna say, Oliver? I'm sorry.
Sometimes it pays off, no, reading and. Mm-hmm. I actually like video games. I like to play a lot of video games.
Yes.
When I have time. So that's
yes.
That's my reading. No, playing Resident Evil or Dark Souls and shit like that.
Pepperidge Farm remembers video games. Pepperidge Farm misses video games.
Man, you're telling me.
My brother scored a PS4 from a friend. And
oh, nice.
He bought Another World. I don't know if you heard of that game. An old PC game that you can beat in 10 minutes, but it's hard as hell. A lot of trial and error. So yeah, that's a really awesome game. So yeah, it's very cinematic, very simple.
Right.
You can finish it in
oh yes, I know exactly the game you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
And it blew people away back when it came out in like what, 86, 87?
More or less. It's about a genius kid that travels to another dimension. He has to fight off these like rock type aliens and all that stuff.
And then like the shadow creatures that chase after him.
Yeah. Yep. And it's a game you can beat in 10 minutes, but it's hard as hell, man. You have to know everything. A lot of trial and error. It's very unique. It's very awesome. They don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you're talking about, man. Like what was that other one with the rocket ship and the kid? Like Destination Earth, or I forgot what it was.
What knows? What was that?
what was that other video game with that one kid? It was like a NES game, and it was like Destination Earth or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Oh,
No, I never heard
that
of
that actually wasn't that this the an alternate name for Another World? Didn't they change the name of it because
Is
they
that
thought
what it was?
the
No,
I think it was
Another
because
World.
yeah,
Another
'cause I
World was the
remember they
PC version, and Out of This World was the Super Nintendo version.
there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Maybe I'm thinking
Okay.
of that one.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, it's
Maybe.
very similar titles, so it's
Mhm.
indeed possible. I know. I love video games as well. I love watching things about video game history.
Oh shit!
Like, you ever watch the video game historian? Because he does like
Oh,
these
yeah, hell yeah, man.
extended documentaries
Oh,
on
yeah.
things.
There's another channel called Ahoy. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No.
He did a documentary on Polybius.
Oh, no kidding.
very fucking
What?
awesome. And
The
also,
cursed game.
The
Yeah.
cursed game,
Yeah, the
Polybius.
He
I always
goes
wanted to do
into
like a
the-
prog metal band and call it Polybius.
yeah,
That'd be awesome.
He goes into the title. Why did they chose the word Polybius?
Right.
All that stuff. So it's pretty cool. He also
Did it
did
actually
a Doom documentary of the whole video
Yeah.
game, and explains the guns, the graphics, all that stuff. It's awesome, man.
I will have
Very,
to check
very
that
cool.
out.
Ahoy, yeah.
What's up, 24 Eyes? Welcome.
What's up,
24 eyes in my head.
What's up, Edwin? Thanks for coming. to hang
Edwin?
out, man.
What's up, Edwin?
Yeah.
What's up, Edwin?
I wanted
And,
I
Lord
wanted to
Crackhead said hail earlier as well.
I wanted to answer a question or one of the people in the chat about Mano del Destino. Yes, I have read Mano del Destino. We actually know Jason.
Skip Edwards, yeah.
Jay Gonzo, we know him as well. His book just got picked up by Image, I think through Top Cow actually. So he's going to be publishing Mano del Destino through Image. So good job on that, Jay Gonzo.
Congratulations.
Don't mess it up.
Fantastic. Don't mess it up. Exactly. Don't fuck it up. What's up, Wolvo? Thanks
What's
for
up,
coming
Wolvo?
out, man.
Wolverine.
Tell him the
The
story,
shirtless wonder.
Ray.
Do what now?
What story?
The toy, the action
Oh,
figure.
so
Spill the tears. Let it
So-
all out.
like I'm sure you know that we just finished our fulfillment for 6x6. I mean, I'm sorry, for Undead Border.
Oh yeah.
And we were on Shay's channel. We were drunk. It was the fucking infamous drunken.
Yes. I have heard of this legendary stream and the legendary hangover that came after.
Yes. God, you have no idea, man. Dude, there was a point on the show where I got up to go to the bathroom and I passed out. And my wife, they were still talking, and my wife came back and she's like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing just sitting there?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I passed out." An hour had passed.
Oh,
An hour had fucking passed. And I was just sitting here, man.
Amazing.
And I'm like, "Oh my God, the stream." And I got up and they were still talking. They were still drinking. They're still talking. I'm like, "Oh, okay, we're good." And they're like, "What happened, man? Where were you?" And I'm like, I don't know. I think I went to the
I don't
bathroom."
You fell into a pocket dimension.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The
It
bathroom or something.
Pocket dimension.
was crazy, man.
Super.
So during this,
yeah, been there.
during that stream, I guess I started promising things that I shouldn't have promised because I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I promised, we were going to raffle an action figure of one of the characters from Undead Border, and we did, and Wolverine won it. And then when it came time to pay it up, we were like, "Oh shit, I don't really want to give this up anymore." But it came out awesome. It came out
It
badass.
really did. It's a beautiful figure. Speaking of somebody who used to create custom figures back in the day, that's a
shit.
beautiful figure. I
Awesome.
used to take them and I'd cut them apart. I used to make
Kit
custom, kit
Mhm.
bash, exactly. Before I even knew what that term was, I would
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
find parts, and I would do the same thing with HeroClix. Like when HeroClix first came out, I was working at a comic shop up in New Hampshire, and we would have a bin of little singles that people could buy. Well, of course, like arms would break off, like accessories would break off. So at the end of the day, I'd have to pour out all these arms and ribbons and stuff like that. So I just put them in a bag and I'd take them home, and I would kit bash
Nice.
different heroes. I made a Deadpool before they did and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I love that stuff, man. So that was
That is awesome.
wicked cool, especially the package design. I love package design.
That was all these guys, Oliver and Dom. They designed that.
Nicely done on that. Like it looked legit. Like It looked like one of the Walking Dead figures that they put out recently.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. So nicely done.
We like to go above and beyond with everything we do, man.
Hell yeah.
He said, I told you to let you up.
Let you off the hook. I didn't want to break your heart.
It's okay. You know what? Oliver was kind enough to print another card back, so I'm gonna kit bash another one for myself at some point in time. But
so
yeah, it still hurt. Yeah, I kid bashed it together.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. You know what? Do a video of it. Like, do you guys?
Yes.
You guys got a channel for 656, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, then you need to do a video. I mean, that's content. You know.
That's true.
I mean, and people love that kind of stuff, man. You know, because I know you got a process for it. So you just, have your little camera overhead and just, do your thing. I mean, you can talk while you do it and then, pick up stuff and like re-record the audio later. I don't know. Just an idea. Because
it's a good idea.
I personally think that would be fucking fun to watch. Like, I love shit like that. I find that I watch more YouTube stuff like that and stuff where I'm like picking up little bits of information and learning things than I do regular TV, because I'll have my phone and I'll be making my coffee in the morning. I'll be getting the cats their morning tribute. I gotta get them their wet food in the morning, and I'll listen to stuff and I'll watch things, while I'm, doing the dishes and stuff. It's great. So I love shit like that. The early 1990s platformers. Oh, yes.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
of course I do. Love the early 1990s platformers. Yeah. Like
He doesn't remember.
Aside from Mario 3, like I mean I'm thinking of like, I guess Battletoads doesn't really count as a platformer.
Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country 64. I mean, but then we're like also transitioning into like the 3D, because like some of the early 3D platformers were garbage.
Yeah. Like I remember the Castlevania game that came for the 64. That one was kind of hard to play through.
The first one was the next one that came out though, that was on the OG Xbox and the PlayStation 2, I think it was at the time. That one was actually pretty good.
The Lament of Innocence, right?
Yes, Lament of Innocence.
Curse of Darkness.
Yeah.
Something
Sorrow. Lament of Sorrow.
Area of Sorrow. Those were for Game Boy, I think.
Those were for Game Boy?
I can't keep track, man. Like I remember Symphony of the Night, and I remember playing one on the Xbox.
That's my favorite one. Symphony of the Night was my favorite Castlevania entry.
That game actually made me want to make a Metroidvania.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like just like with the power-ups and the lore, and make it all like fucking badass and dark and gothic and, all that fun shit, and have some cool music playing in the background.
You should look into Blasphemous if you're into the dark and gothic.
Yeah.
And it's a Metroidvania style game.
Really?
Yeah. It's fucking hard too.
Is it for Steam or what is it for?
It's for Steam, and I think it's digital on Switch.
Oh.
They did it's very rare too, because they did a limited run game, a physical edition, and that thing is like around 200 on eBay or something like that.
Really?
Okay, yeah. Looking at this could, I can be friends with this.
Yeah,
game.
man, Blasphemous is a really cool game.
Blasphemous is a brutal action platformer with skilled hack and slash combat set in the nightmare world of Subtodia. I think that's what it is. Anyway, it definitely looks right up my alley. Awesome. Thank you. That'll be another game that I'll add to the Steam library that I will never.
You won't play.
Take it easy, Frog G. Thanks for coming to hang out, man.
I feel the same way, man. I need to upgrade my iPad, because I have the Junji Ito game that came out for Steam. I have it sitting there for like a year already. I haven't done anything with it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I clearly have a lot of catching up to do. You know what? This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to add video game content to the channel. Ha!
Yes.
That way I have
there you go.
Used to play it.
That's something I want to do later on our channel. Do little let's plays like late at night,
Yeah.
the weekends where nothing is.
That'd be cool.
Well, everything's going on the weekends because everybody's streaming now. So we should.
Right.
I should play a little game.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Pedro? Thanks for hanging out, man.
Pedro, good to see you, Pedro.
Commander Keen.
Commander Keen from id Software.
Mhm.
In the Doom 2016 game, you can find Commander Keen's helmet and a wee little skeleton in a cave somewhere. Yeah. Rip Commander Keen.
Rest in peace.
I just bought from Limited Games the Doom collection, the old school Doom collection.
Nice.
On Switch. So yeah, that's coming. It should be coming pretty soon.
That's I really want to play Doom Eternal because I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, and that soundtrack just fucking slaps. Oh my god. Like just boom. Yeah. If you haven't gotten a chance to listen to it yet, you really I mean if you like that kind of thing, you know, if you like your eardrums to shake.
The only thing I don't like about the new Doom is they're developing a story. Like cutscenes and all that. Come on, man. Doom. What did Carmack say back then? Doom is like a porno. The story's there, but you just want to look at the.
You want to look at the action.
Yeah. Of course. The story's implied, but you're there for the action. So
exactly.
Hey, Rick Taylor, how's it going?
Good to see you, Rick.
That's exactly it. And speaking of action, let's take a look at the action going on Indiegogo. Make sure I share the audio. And Cryptinals. Okay, how do you say the title? Cryptinals?
Cryptinals, yes, Cryptinals. It's supposed to be a mashup of cryptid and criminals, so it's Cryptinals.
Cryptinals, nice, very cool. I love this. I love this cover. It's very very stark.
Rick Taylor said that he backed the Cryptid Hunter.
Oh, nice! Thank you so much.
Nice.
It's well worth it, sir. There's not many of those left. I think there's like now 3?
6 out of 10 claimed. You got 4 left, unless he did it like after unless he did it like right this second. So let's see. Nope, 6 out of 10. So
okay, cool.
4 left. All right, let's take a look at this video up here. Because I got all kinds of questions, but we're here to answer them.
In the dark recesses of cyberspace exists nightmare fuel we take as fallacy, but these tales and images are cursed through the power of belief. Tulpas, sentient thought forms residing in between the abyss of life and death. Their endgame is to destroy the only reality they know, ours. Only darkness can vanquish darkness, more rapid than the radiance of light. Enter the Cryptinals, mythical beasts of unearthly abilities whose existence has been criminalized by humanity. The first and only line of defense against the incursion of otherworldly evil. A secret war of monsters is about to begin.
Excellent. That was badass. Who put your trailer together?
That was Dom and Oliver right there. They're the ones that put it together, and the artwork, of course, is Darius, who is the artist for the book. So
we also have a little clips done by Pedro Ang. He did a little animated clip.
Oh, that's what this is?
No, that we're gonna show it off later on in our streams and on Twitter. Yeah. We just want to give it up like
Pedro's my dude.
Yeah, we're gonna release it slowly but surely.
Okay, I hear you.
Because we have a lot of content
with it.
We want to show off.
Oh yeah, we don't want to blow our load like right off the bat, you know. Like
definitely, that's exciting. All right, so let's take a look at what is in this Cryptid Hunter here. I'm seeing a tape. Is that a cassette tape?
Yes, sir. So the Cryptid Hunter is like the maximum package, the VIP package, as we put it. You get all 3 covers. We'll get into the covers right now, but you get all 3 covers. You get a supplemental book, which is the origin of the Man Dog. The Man Dog is quickly becoming like a fan favorite. I know Dario loves the Man Dog. He's like our Wolverine, I guess, of the group. We put him through the berserker. We put him through the ringer, man. He's a cursed Texas Texas Ranger. He's cursed to walk the earth as a dog because he committed some sins, and the shaman cursed him. And this is an actual story that we know here in El Paso, down in San Elizario. There's a man dog that walks around the street, and he's a cursed Texas Ranger. And there's some history based off of that story, but we'll get into that later. But so that's the supplemental book. And then, of course, we have Dario's sketchbook, which is The Creature of Prokofiev. And that just has a bunch of Dario sketches, a bunch of his, doodles and stuff, how he came about drawing all the monsters that are featured in the Cryptonolds. Besides that, we have the one item that I don't think has been offered in any other campaign. We're like breaking new ground here. We have a cassette tape. Now, if you remember Evil Dead, you remember them going into the cabin and they play the cassette tape and it's a bunch of craziness going on. So that's what we're trying to recreate here. It's a bunch of information on cryptids, a bunch of like creepiness and stuff like that. And it's on an actual cassette. It's going to have artwork accompanying the cassette. But aside from that, if you don't want to mess with the cassette, because you know how cassettes are kind of iffy, we include an MP3. Yeah. Exactly. We include the MP3 as well. And to accompany that is a set of Polaroids. There's 12 Polaroids that accompany the cassette that showcase the monsters. We call them monster moments, I guess, because we catch the monsters like, oh my God, they're all like in Polaroids and stuff like that. So that's going to be the VIP package.
Oh, very cool. I love the thought put into like the the accoutrements, like it really, I don't know, it adds to it. It's like, I don't know, it's like a piece of the world being pulled out, like the Polaroids. Yeah, I love that, man. I love seeing that in a campaign. That's fun stuff, and it makes it worth it.
Yes, exactly.
It's not it's the icing on top, as it were.
Yes,
like yeah. Like you get a cake and it's good. It tastes good inside. It's like really solid cake, but then you get that icing on top and it's got that beautiful design and it just looks like a work of art. Yeah, that's what that stuff is.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. We wanted to make the experience a little bit more immersive. We wanted to pull you into the world that we're creating with the book, with the story, and kind of like leave you at the end like wanting more, of course. But the best horror I've always felt is the horror that leaves you, like not only just leaves you like changed, but it stays with you like days after you've seen it. Because anyone and everyone can do slasher movies, of course. Oh, it's scary. Right. Oh, some guy's coming at
jump
you.
Scares.
Jump scares. Yeah, same thing. But it's Blumhouse, exactly. Blumhouse does nothing but jump scares. But the stuff that like messes you up and you have nightmares about, that's the good stuff. That's the hard stuff to get. So that's what we're trying to do.
That leave you thinking. Quick question. The original Black Christmas from 1974.
Ooh,
yes. My dude knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta watch it, man. My God, that was a good one. The new remake, whatever, but the original, oh man.
The original just left me like, what? Are you fucking? What? Oh my God, I love it. I want to watch it again.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites as far as like that genre of movie, because it's kind of a proto slasher flick.
Yeah.
A fun fact for everybody out there, it was also directed by the same dude that directed A Christmas Story.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. But yeah, fantastic slasher flick. If you've not seen it, go watch it. So yeah, people love the old school. I dig the old school. I've got my VHS tapes up there. I've still got CDs.
Oh, nice.
I cannot find my cassette tapes. I have one cassette tape of some of the music my dad made back in the mid 90s, but I cannot find my cassette tapes, and I am distressed by this. The only thing I never had was 8 tracks.
Really?
Yeah, I got my records over there.
Nice. Vinyl was cool. These guys pick up a lot of vinyl too. I get them here at the apartment, and I'm like, "What is this?" and they're like, "Oh, my record showed up," and it's like soundtracks and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, man! I ordered that. Thanks, dude.
Video game soundtracks and vinyl. That's the best thing.
Yeah. What I didn't really understand the whole vinyl thing until I inherited my dad's record collection and his old record player, and I threw on Zeppelin, and Black Dog hit, and I was just like, oh,
okay, I understand.
I get it now. Wow. Because I found a way to hook up the old thing with the old amplifier up to my my modern sound bar system. And it sounds good. It still sounds good, man.
That is cool.
Something to be said for the way they built things back in the day.
Analog was the way to go, my friend. Analog, anything analog. I still walk into Walmart sometimes and I find them. They're selling like tape players and VCRs, but they're expensive now. They're like getting really expensive for some reason.
Well, it's because they don't make very many of them, and if that shit goes out, then
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
it's going to be expensive to replace it because the parts. You almost need to be able to work on it yourself.
Definitely.
But we've been sidetracked. But the audience is happy about it, doesn't it? Though.
Thank you so much.
What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hey, all my 70s Xmas.
Had to be Pedro, man.
Of course,
Pedro. You.
But in all seriousness, that movie is fucking legit. Like one of my favorites.
If you get a chance, man.
Yeah. Oh, listen, this right here. I don't know if I have made it clear enough, but I want this image right here on a fucking shirt. Like, like I'm serious when I say this. I need this shit for like the sing along I do. Like, I need cool shirts so I can straighten my head off while wearing it.
Yes, definitely.
Do we have the go ahead by Raymond Gay, Ray?
As far as I know, yes. As long as he gets like comp copies or a shirt or something, I'm sure he's gonna want to see it. He loves. So Raymond Gay is the one that he contributed this particular cover. Raymond has been working a lot for IDW. He's done a few variant covers for the Ninja Turtles, for Last Ronin and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And he's an El Paso native, and I approached him and I'm like, hey man, how much is it gonna cost me? And he's like, what are you doing? And I told him the concept. He's like, oh dude, I'll do it. He loves the Mothman. He just wanted to draw it, and I gave him this concept, and this is the Battle of Nightmare Hall cover. And it's kind of it's a homage to X-Men 262, I believe, where it was Wolverine, where he's crucified on the X,
on the giant X. Yeah,
exactly.
Drew that cover.
Yes,
if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And he drew that, and he's like, "What else do you want in it?" And I'm like, "I want La Llorona, like crying at the foot of the tree." And he's like, "No, I want to draw more monsters." Like, okay. So I threw a bunch of monsters at him, and he's like, "I got it. I know what I'm doing." So if you look, there's a Wendigo, there's a Harpy, there's a Nosferatu, a werewolf. There's even a Chupacabra in there, and the Flatwoods monster and stuff.
And Jersey Devil,
fantastic.
The Jersey Devil.
I love it when stories like this pull from real myths and legends. It adds to it. It adds weight to it. It adds verisimilitude. It connects it to our world, and I fucking love it.
Exactly.
Makes it real because hey, you never know. This could be how it actually is.
Exactly.
Stranger things in heaven and earth, my friends.
True, Horatio. True.
My man. All right. So each one of the covers you can get for $25. Now, what if you just wanted to? Can you add them on? Like if you just wanted.
There's a perk with 2 covers only.
Oh, look, right. Tulpas are back. 1 and 2. Encrypted Watcher. Oh wow.
That's all 3 of the covers.
Yeah, if you get all 3, you get a
and then a sketch card. Oh man, listen. If you guys are gonna do like the Cryptid Watcher, you might as well just like go do the 80 and get a sketch card.
It's not a sketch card, actually.
It's a sketch. Are you serious? A 6x9 sketch?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Like for real. Why this? I mean, that featured perk is cool, but I mean, this is a featured perk right here. All right, wait, show that. Come on.
This is the size that you're getting.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if it's 6x9, but yeah, this is the quality that Dario's doing the
That's
sketches.
beautiful. And that's the interior artist as well, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ha. All right, listen, guys. You don't know how rare it is that you actually get a sketch that size by the interior artist. Like, seriously, they don't usually do that very often. So
Okay.
that's beautiful. All right, I'm personally excited about that one.
Very cool.
And then
Awesome.
and a comic page for $200.
Yeah, we unlocked that perk because we got funded last night. So Dario's like, do it. And so we're like, all right, let's do it. So we're selling his artwork as well, which
Beautiful.
is really hurting me. Kind of like the toy. It's like really hurting because I wanted all the pages to myself.
Oh, you know what? Just take high res scans of them. You'll be okay.
But I know.
You just think about how you can put it towards the next book.
Definitely. And that's what we're trying to do. We just want to keep the momentum going, keep everything going. We got more stuff coming up as far as the perks and the unlockable stuff, the stretch goals. So we're going to keep it going as much as we can.
Excellent. I love these pages. They're great. The contrast, it's always a balance when you're doing black and white.
Yeah.
Because you can do a lot of detail, but if you don't get that balance of light and dark, it's gonna look like a jumbled mess. And this reads beautifully. I can tell exactly what's going on.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because like I tell this story like on every stream that we've been on. I tell this story. So when I first started writing this, I did my research. I've been working on this since 2016, like doing the research, making sure that I know what I'm talking about. And when I first approached Dario, I went behind the back of these guys, the 6x6ers, and I told them like, let's do this, let's submit it, let's put it out there and see what happens. And Dario was like, all right, let's go. So he drew the first 6 pages, and we sent them off to Peter Samedi at Alterna Comics, and that's when Peter got swatted. And they were that's exactly the time that it happened, and everything was lost in the ether. He never saw them, so we're like, shit. So then we turned around and I told Oliver what we were doing, and he's like, why'd you do that? Why'd you go behind our backs? That's not a right thing to do. That's not smart. And we're like, oh shit, he's gonna kill us. So we went back to the drawing board. Oliver started editing it and telling us what we needed to do. I think we spent a week arguing back and forth about color. I wanted it in color. He's like, no, color's stupid. I'm like, no, it's not. I want it in color.
Stupid.
A color is saying no color.
Exactly. A color is saying no color.
Listen to this guy.
Seriously, with the colorist is saying no on the color, you might want to listen. I'm just saying.
Man.
I was thinking as an artist. I mean, it's just saying.
No, it's true. And Dario was just kind of caught in the middle eating popcorn, like, so am I drawing this or what? What's going to happen here? So
what's going on? Am I,
So we finally decided on no color, and we went with this, and we're like, Dario, do your magic, just run crazy, do whatever you want, and this is what we came up with, and it was well worth it.
Like, just I mean, I'm looking at this bottom panel here, I guess it's left panel where is that a Wendigo grabbing that chick?
It's a Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Okay. So yeah, grabbing her, like the texture all around in the background, like on him, and then on her, it's very light, and I love the way it's laid out. It looks very alive without without really having to show a whole lot of movement, but I don't know. I'm very much digging the art style. So
nice.
Thank you.
I apologize for gushing, but I love good art and books, man. That's what I live for. Good art and story in a book. It's become such a rare combination, and this is coming from a guy that works in a comic shop, because there are so many times when I'm reading a story and it'll be like they're starting to get this groove, and it's a good artist, good story, and the story continues, but the artist changes, and the new artist kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And you try Walking Dead, and then you kind of give up after a while, because then the story kind of makes up for the poor artist, and I don't know. So
I kind of feel the same way, Luke. I mean, with Walking Dead,
and Charlie Adler is a completely competent artist.
Yes.
He's great when he does his noir stuff. It's unfair to put him on a book after Tony Moore when you have like an illustrator quality like that and set up this really cool gray tones, and it's like got this mood and feel for the book that's like kind of cartoony, but holy shit, there are like guts and stuff hanging out. And then you go to like a very quick and like kind of blocky potato people with, you know, chunky, you know, and you know, it works if that's the style you start with from the beginning, right? But if you notice, after Charlie took over, the script started having everybody's names pop up a lot more because you couldn't tell who the fuck anybody was.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly true.
Did we all know why Tony left the book? Did he got fired, or what happened there?
No, I think he just wasn't producing it quick enough for Robert Kirkman, and they wanted it out, you know, now. And you know, I held on to issue 50, and then I knew that Rick was losing his mind when he heard the phone. Like, I was literally sitting in a room full of people because we were all reading Walking Dead. Yeah, and I was reading it, and you know, do you hear that? Do you hear that? And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, you know what? And I was like kind of stream of conscious talking. I was like, you know what? This book is so cheap. They don't even put sound. Oh, wait, I know what's going on. Stuck my finger in and I held it up. I was like, Rick is going insane. He's going to pick up the phone. It's going to be his dead wife. And I'm going to be done with this book for the rest of my life. And sure enough, that's exactly what fucking happened. And I never picked it up again.
Wow.
Yeah, never again. And around the beginning of season 2 of the show, I was like, yeah, Shane's going to leave that fat dude to get eaten. Ha! Shane left that fat dude to get eaten. I'm out.
I have to admit, I did stick with the book, and the ending just, oh God, it just, I don't know. He didn't stick the landing. I felt really gypped at the very, very end. Just like, that's it. That's how it ends. But what you're saying about Tony Moore, like if Tony Moore had continued with that book, my God, man, it would have been just holy crap.
It would have been this epic thing, because when Tony really gets into a project, like, he does amazing work. Like, he is such a draftsman. I love his stuff. Like, on the stuff he did on Fear Agent with Rick Remender. Holy shit, man. Like, such a fun book. And then they had Jerome Apena come in and do arcs as well, and they were trading off. I was like, oh, this is great.
Man. Interesting side note to that story, really, really quickly. So Tony Moore was working with Rick Remender. Rick Remender just put out a new book called Scumbag. Practically my brother from another mother, his name is Alex Regal. He's taking over Scumbag, I think, this month. He's going to start drawing Scumbag. Yes, he did some covers for him, and he's picking up wherever the last artist left off. And Alex is a beast. My God, Alex is classically trained. He's originally from Mississippi, but he grew up in Italy. He knows anything and everything about how to, you know, mix media and stuff.
That is amazing. All right. I love Rick Remender's stuff. You know, not all of it, but what I've read of it, like Fear Agent, and then what was it, Tokyo Ghost? Like, you know, when he hits that sweet spot, it's like, yeah, this is some fun sci-fi shit, you know?
He's got some good stuff, man. Yeah. And I was talking to Alex like 2 weeks ago, and he's like, oh, I don't know. And he has this weird accent, man. It's crazy. He's from Mississippi, but he's really like, I don't know, like refined, I guess you could say. So I'm talking to him like, so what's going on, man? How you doing? And everything. He's like, well, I don't know. I'm going to start working on this book, and I just got to get the nuances on it and everything. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, all right, that's cool, man. Whatever. But Alex is a beast, dude. Like, you just wait till you see his artwork. It's awesome.
Right. I've had a couple of regulars tell me that I need to check out Scumbag, so I will definitely check it out. But you know what? We got sidetracked. We're not here to talk about that stuff. We are here to talk about, because I keep looking over at these pages, and it keeps drawing me back over here, and I'm just, wow. Again, look at the storytelling. You know, I can clearly tell what's going on, and I love the page layouts. Okay, so this is the dog man right here.
Yes, he's the man dog.
Man dog, sorry.
Yeah, he's the man dog, and he's facing off against a rake right there.
So tell me more about the story here. I know that maybe explain what tulpas are for those out there that don't know.
Sure, no problem. So tulpas is, I guess, the antithesis to the cryptids. Cryptids are beasts, animals, monsters that everybody knows about, but they've never been proven to exist, right? And these are all stories and tales that have been handed down generation after generation through oral tradition. There's nothing documented about them. There's fuzzy, film and pictures and stuff, but nothing
Polaroids.
ever written down. Yeah, Polaroids. There you go about
Polaroids.
them.
That's right. Boom.
So all this time, there's like this secret society of cryptids, and if you remember Nightbreed, Midian and stuff like that, it kind of riffs off of that. So there's this place that all the cryptids go to. It's called Nightmare Hall, and that's where they have sanctuary. Like whoever you are, if you're a Nosferatu, if you're a vampire, you're a werewolf, this is sacred ground, and nothing happens there. So that's where they go and hang out, and they have an agreement with humanity to kind of be the watchers of of the fringes of the paranormal and stuff. And so the humans kind of stay out of their way, and that's why every time something happens, the humans try their best to just make it seem like yeah, you don't know what you're looking at. There's no Bigfoot. There's nothing out there. Whatever.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see.
Just move along. So that's what's been going on for hundreds of years, and there's a lot more backstory. So I'm giving you the 5 peso version, of course. Yeah. But so what ends up happening is these tulpas start manifesting themselves, and the tulpas, of course, have come into I guess they've gathered strength over the past few years, like the Rake, the Black-Eyed Kids, and of course the Slender Man. But our version is called El Ñango, which is an iteration of it. And we give the Slender Man. I always thought the Slender Man was kind of the story didn't make any sense, so we made our own. We did our own research. It's just some guy in the woods with a 3-piece suit that has tentacles. That's all it is.
Okay.
But we kind of
what's up?
There you go.
Shop smart. Shop S smart.
Shop S smart. Exactly. There you go. That's perfect. That's exactly what it is. It's a lot of Lovecraft stuff like that going on. And what ends up happening is we gave the Ñango an actual backstory, an actual reason for his existence. And he's been gathering power all this time, and he's slowly starting to get further and further. His foothold on Earth is getting further and further along. So the cryptids, the cryptonodes have been watching this, and they start, sending out parties, sending out the agents to find out what the hell's going on. One of them is the Man Dog. He's like the Wolverine, like I said, of the group. He always gets his ass kicked in, but he always keeps coming back. Dario loves the Man Dog, and he loves drawing him. He's actually working on something really, really special for the Man Dog, which hopefully we'll reveal later on. And that's what ended up happening. So cryptonodes are trying to stop the tulpas, which are manifestations of thought. So if you believe in something enough, it'll become flesh and bone. And that's what happened here. These stories that are popping up on the internet over the years, enough people believe in them, the fear, all that stuff goes into making them real. So it's a big, giant face-off that's going to end up happening between the cryptonodes and the tulpas.
See? Flame Feline knows what's up. They're all hanging out at Skinwalker Ranch.
I gotta say something for part 2, man. Don't give it away.
but allegedly, Nightmare Hall is a real place in New Mexico. No, Ray, you can tell us more about that.
Yeah. So Nightmare Hall. Really quick backstory. Back in the 70s, there was a firefight in this secret underground military base. It's in Dulce, New Mexico, and the place is a plateau. It's called Sandia Plateau. So there was a secret military base in Sandia, and it went down a bunch of levels. And what was happening is that the humanity had made a deal with aliens to let aliens pretty much conduct whatever experiments they wanted to do inside that facility. And in the 70s, something happened where the U.S. military got into a firefight with aliens inside the facility. And there was a lot of videos about it going around on YouTube a few years ago. There was testimonials from people who were there. And it piqued my interest. I'm like, what the hell happened there? And that kind of ties into the story, and it kind of reveals what happened in the 70s at the Sandia facility. But the place is actually called Nightmare Hall. Like if you look it up, it'll pop up, and it'll give you the whole story of what Nightmare Hall is.
I love it. This is great. See, again, I love stuff that pulls from reality. Like, oh, there's this strange thing in reality. Let's let's pull that up and let's intertwine this with the story that we're making.
Right. Reality is stranger than fiction.
It sure the fuck is, man. It sure the fuck is.
Oh man.
And that's why it never ceases to amaze me. All right, so we've heard about Man Dog, who is Deacon Call. So tell us about the rest of the cast here. Who is this?
So the leader is Spring Hill Jack, or rather Spring Hill Jack version 2. This is the daughter of the original Spring Hill Jack. Okay. The original Spring Hill Jack was not just reserved for England. There was actual sightings of him in the 1950s in Texas and New Mexico. So he kind of crossed the sea, or the ocean rather, and he kind of took residence here. So what she's trying to do is she's trying to find her father, the original Spring Hill Jack, and that's explained in the story. I don't want to give away too much about that as well. So she's the leader of the Kryptonauts. Her name is Raydron. That's an actual name that they gave Spring Hill Jack back in the day, but nobody really knows about that name for some reason. So I gave it to her.
No, I've never actually heard him called that.
Mm-hmm. So that's the leader, and then of course you have the Man Dog, and then this is the interesting one that everybody seems to be talking about, La Llorona, and I don't know if you've heard of her or not.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. So
no.
So in Mexican tradition, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you want to call it, there's this boogeyman that we have called La Llorona, and what she did was she drowned her children and murdered them because she wanted to be with another man. And the man was married, and the man told her, kill your kids and I'll be with you, because the kids are kind of baggage and I don't want to deal with that. So she went ahead and did that. She went and murdered her children. She drowned them in a river. And then the man said, hey, you crazy? I don't want to be with a murderer. Get out of here. So she went and she drowned herself in the river, and she was cursed by death never to find peace. And so she walks the earth looking for her children. So at night, they scare us, our grandmothers, our tias, they scare the shit out of us by telling us, if you don't behave, the Llorona is going to come for you and take you. So, and it's messed up because, we live right by the river. So that it's there.
That's enforceable.
Exactly. So I always thought that La Llorona got a bum deal. She got a bum rap. So what we went ahead and did is we gave her a backstory that makes sense as to what happened. And also, we kind of redeemed her. So she's a hero, if you want to call her like an anti-hero, I guess. And she's also with the Kryptonauts. And for the first time ever, and I've done my research, of course, no one has ever represented her as a hero. They've always made her a monster, a villain, something to be feared. And we're changing that. We're taking it back. We're rearranging it, and we're changing it for her story.
Very cool. Doing something new with the myth. Doing something new with the mythos. Very cool.
Exactly.
The funny thing is, you were telling me the story of it. Do you guys remember that show Grimm?
Yes, vaguely. I do remember.
In one of the later seasons, they actually had, I believe, a representation of her show up.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I don't remember the exact episode, but that story you told me clicked with something that happened in that episode, and there was, something about the river as well. So, yeah, cool. Very cool. All right, and Kid Cthulhu.
So during the Battle of Nightmare Hall, something happened, and Cthulhu crossed over into our reality, but he was trapped in an embryo, and he's now 7 years old. So that's the representation of an elder god trapped in the body of a 7-year-old.
Elder's power.
There's a scene in the comic that you see Kid Cthulhu with a Game Boy sitting in the corner. He's doing 7-year-old stuff. So
yeah, he's just playing with a Game Boy. He's into creepypastas. He's just sitting there, but nobody knows the power that he has inside of him because he's trapped in the 7-year-old body.
Right. So what was he going to do? I mean, the 7-year-olds that I've met are temperamental, to say the least.
Imagine that, dude. Another god.
That's why I need another beer.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it comes into play, of course, with the story. There's a little bit more backstory to what's going on, why he's trapped in that body. But of course, it's going to be revealed in the story. But he's a 7-year-old and he's going through his growing pains. So he's kind of pissed off because he's an elder god. It's kind of like one of those situations that you have. How dare you speak to me like that? You know who I am? It's time for your nap. Oh, okay. I'm tired.
Nap time.
Exactly.
And okay, so this is the first Tulpa.
Hmm. That's the
Nyango.
rake. Oh, is that
No,
the
it's a-
Nyango? I'm sorry.
It's the Nyango,
I'm looking.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no.
El Nyango. So El Nyango is, like I said, our iteration of the Slender Man. There's more to him than meets the eye. He's this mass of tentacles, of course, very Lovecraftian,
Right.
and he's coming for you. And what he does is, not to give away too much, but what he does is he's enthralling these Bigfoot to serve him, because Bigfoot originally, I've heard they're very gentle creatures that they just want to be left alone. But El Nyango, since he originates from the woods and they're all the dark places and stuff, he starts getting these monsters and enthralling them and doing these crazy things to them. And the result is the rake, which is the next creature right there. So rakes originate from Bigfoot. Once the El Nyango is done with them, he creates these monsters called the rake that they kind of just do his bidding and go out and do whatever he wants. And the stories, I don't know if you've heard the stories about the rake, just showing up in the middle of the night, just, being at the foot of the bed and scaring people and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what this thing is. And he's
And
really bad.
they're called a rake because they have like long fingernails, no? That resemble
Mhm.
rakes.
Yeah, they have long fingernails and they like rake and they tear up whatever their victim is. So he
What up,
says, "What's up?" Oh, awesome.
up, Frankie?
Yeah, what up, Frankie? Good
What's
to
up?
see you, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Flying Feline loves Baby Cthulhu. And Joe says, man, I thought that was just a movie. I didn't know that was an actual legend. Pretty cool. Imagine growing up with that shit. I'd never sleep.
Mhm. Yeah, we grew up with them, man. We're all traumatized. Our parents traumatized the shit out of us, man. So
Well, that's how they kept your ass in line. It's,
yeah,
that's how
exactly.
parenting was done back in the day. Seriously, like fairy tales were cautionary tales. Don't go out into the woods because some witch will lure you to her house or candy house and eat you. So don't go running into the woods. Yeah,
Exactly.
cautionary tales.
Cautionary tales, and that's where everything
Like a
originates
Cannibal
from.
Corpse song.
I remember
Like a
that.
Cannibal Corpse song. If you look at the lyrics to most Cannibal Corpse songs, they're cautionary tales.
There you go. They originate from somewhere. So,
Yeah.
and then the last character, of course, is the Black-Eyed Kids. They've been in the news a lot lately. These creepy kids that just stand in the corner, or they show up at your house and they knock on the door and they're like, "Let me in, let me in." So my take on the Black-Eyed Kids is that they're the modern Nosferatu, because if you remember Nosferatus, they need to be led into the house. They need to be invited into the house. So these things are like, "Let me in, let me in." And whenever you let them in, something happens to you you've never seen again. So El Nyango is luring these kids in, and then he transforms them into black-eyed kids to do his bidding and to just continue spreading fear wherever he goes.
Excellent. I love it. I'm very curious to see how all this is going to play out. I've actually never heard of the Black-Eyed Kids.
Oh really?
Yeah, no, I've never heard of them yet. Very interesting. I don't know, like some of the things. It's like I'm that kind of fucker. Like if I see something standing in the corner, I'm gonna like grab my lighter and be like, "Hey, hi, what's up?" Come
it's
on,
true.
wanna play? Like I'm that crazy person.
Apparently,
I don't care.
Apparently, if you meet a black-eyed kid, you get paralyzed by fear. You don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
So they like hypnotize you, and you have to like break away, or else I don't know what happens next, because people just manage to escape. But I imagine you get turned into one of them. No, I don't know.
Something happens.
Turn into stone, taken to a garden,
more or less.
Right?
Imagine. That'd be messed up too, man. Shit.
Right. Just stuck in some weird fucked up menagerie somewhere.
Frankie knows.
No,
I mean, if you heard of the Black-Eyed Kids show up on the side of the roads too, like hitchhikers.
Yeah, this is why you don't pick people up on the side of the road.
They're kind of like lost kids. They act like lost kids. Like, I need to use your phone because I don't know where I live and all that stuff. They trap you. They trick you and bye bye.
Oh wait, yeah, okay. Yes, I have heard of that. Like they try to trick you and then something happens. Okay. Interesting.
So yeah, those are mostly the main characters. We have more characters that are we didn't put bios up for her. You know, there's the Goat Man, of course. Everybody loves the Goat Man. There's also Quetzalcoatl, which is we call her Q. She's the reincarnation of Quetzalcoatl, which is the Aztec god of fire, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's more tulpas that we have.
A bird form, yes.
Yes,
If I remember
exactly.
correctly? Okay.
A feathered serpent.
The feathered serpent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then the smile dogs too, man. Like we got smile dogs in there, and
fuck the smile dogs.
He's like, no smile dogs.
Oh man, the artwork that Dario turned in yesterday for that smile dog section of the book, it just creeped us the hell out, man. It's scary stuff. Once we're done with all of this, see if Oli wants to show off that page because it's messed up, man.
That would be
Winged
awesome.
serpent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Latin kids grow up in terror.
El cucuy, la llorona, la caja ronca. I don't know what that one is. La cilampa, madrugadora, la pivata de tierra, los duendes.
Los duendes.
Los duendes, yeah. What are the gnomes? Is that the
gnomes?
Translation?
Yeah, the gnomes.
Man, like we sucked. Yes.
We live in constant fear of gnomes. La mano peluda. Remember that one?
The hairy hand.
The hairy hand. It was a disembodied hairy hand that would come into your bedroom at night and choke you.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, watching the Addams Family must have been horrifying for you guys.
Oh, man.
What the fuck is that doing on there? Oh, my God. They shaved it.
It's true, man.
El hombre de costal, what is it called in English?
The scarecrow?
No, the guy with the sack that would rob children.
Oh, yeah. He would just throw children in his sack.
Krampus.
Yeah.
Krampus.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. You know, you try to be all traditional around, Yule and start stuffing kids into a sack and beating them with reeds. We'd get pissed off.
Exactly.
All right. So what stretch goals, do you guys have any more stretch goals you want to talk about? I mean,
sure. I mean,
you got it here.
We are going to offer the Polaroids as stretch goals, but if you want to like reserve your 12 sets, your 12 Polaroid set, you can just back the Cryptid Hunter perk.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so once we reach the goals, everybody's gonna get their sets of 4 Polaroids.
Nice.
So yeah,
set of 4 Polaroids featuring cryptid Tulpas sightings, illustrated by Dario Rodriguez and Red Garcia. Includes digital audio files chronicling the incidents. Ha! I love it. Fucking love it, man. That throwback to Evil Dead. Like, I mean, gotta.
Let's see it.
That's the living room. Evil Dead, and then Night of the Living Dead on the other.
Nice.
Thanks to my homie Brett. He gave me
really quick question for you.
Yeah.
For you, Night of the Living Dead, 90s version. Did you like that one?
I don't really remember it, to be perfectly honest with you. Like the remake, I don't really remember it. Give me the original George Romero, like Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and then I kind of stopped.
And that's it.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. Good.
the thing that has going for it, if you get a chance to watch it, I know we're getting off subject again, but I just because you're a horror fiend as well. So Savini directed. Tom Savini directed that that version.
Dude, Night of the Living Dead is plagued by tons of remakes, and the Savini one is the one worth it. Yeah, the one worthwhile.
You know why? Because it's public domain. Yeah, it's public domain.
Yeah, that's why they can. Yeah, that's why they can remake it over and over again. Yeah,
the Savini version, that's just classic, man.
I wish somebody would remake it and actually call it like its original title, like Night of Anubis.
Night of Anubis.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would have been
see
cool.
if anybody would catch it. Probably not. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't think so.
This is the same story in Night of the Living Dead. Really?
Actually. Yeah.
Actually.
But we are getting a new Romero film, so
Yeah,
That's right.
I did see that. So it's not a documentary. It's an actual film.
It's
It was a lost film.
Twilight of the Dead. No, is that
Twilight
the name?
of the Dead. Yeah, Twilight of the Dead. His wife actually is looking for, I guess, backers for it. But I think they're ready to go. As far as I read last time, they were ready to like start
That's
looking for
pretty
directors
fucking
and stuff.
crazy,
So
man. That's
gonna be awesome. I'm waiting for it, man. I want to see it.
Had to stop by and show some love. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Past Master Dan. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
The 90s version was all right.
Just all right, Rick. Come
Just
on.
all right, Rick. It's all right. It's cool.
Wasn't as good as
a
few things are, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the original is the original no matter what. So, Mano Peluda must have been the Mexican coast to coast, right?
There is a radio show, like a call-in show, like coast to coast, called La Mano Peluda. But that shit is that shit's wild too. If you know Spanish, go.
You know, I grew up in the state, and I never learned Spanish. Yeah,
wow.
I don't know. I blame the school system down here. Who knows? But that reminds me of have you guys ever heard the dude that calls into the radio show and he's like all panicky and talking about like how the government could move people to things and there's going to be these catastrophes and whatnot. The Faceless actually sample that, and it's just like this really just like uneasy track they build off of it. They've got drums playing in the background, and it feels alien by the time the music starts like really playing. And I fucking love that shit.
I'll check it out. I know what you're talking about, the original
Faceless,
recording and stuff.
Yeah.
Akeldama
is the album. But yeah, so good. Do you guys have any questions out there in the chat for these fine gentlemen here? Because look at all these stretch goals. So you're looking to work up to 3 sets of Polaroids. Nice.
But the cassettes will only be included with the VIP package, which is the very first encrypted Hunter pack.
I was about to ask. Okay, so the only way to get that right there is with the Hunter pack up there. The Cryptid Hunter. Oh, very cool. And then so you can get a sketch as an add-on too.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. So there's a lot of flexibility in these perks, y'all. So you can get exactly what you want. $6,000.
Yeah, we
apocryphal collection. Ooh. Listen, y'all, I need this book of sketches, this collection of sketches. Along with a shirt. Like we got to pressure.
Oh, shirt. We got to find a shirt because
we're working on that.
I talked to Shay last night, so she gave me ideas. So
good. She's good at this. She's good at this merchandising stuff. Seriously,
she knows a guy. Or knows.
She knows several. She's got to connect, man. She's got to hook up.
I was also gonna say that we like to keep the stretch goals a little bit reachable, so everybody can get more bang for their buck. So
absolutely,
we're not at that level yet. That first stretch goal is at 10K. I mean, come on, guys. Not yet.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, not only that, but we want to show everybody that our passion really lies in producing these books, man. I mean, we're giving away 132 pages of art for $25. I mean, where else are you going to get that deal? And it's all this type of artwork that you've seen. Dario is meticulous at his work, and everything's going to look beautiful. And like I was saying earlier, the pages that he turned in yesterday, I don't know if Oliver wants to show it off now, but he turned in the Smile Dog section of the book, and man, those pages are gorgeous. They're just like, oh my god, I wanted to touch him like physically because these guys had the privilege of having him there, and they were all looking at him and like, check out the pages and stuff. And I'm like, but it's gonna be intense, man. Everything, we're trying to make it as much quality as possible, and of course as professional as possible. We're gonna have this book done by December. It's gonna be shipped out by December. And we're going to fulfill all the orders to the T. So get ready for it.
I'm excited, and I'm totally not like getting this right now. And that's why I got quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
I gotta make sure I don't miss out on this. So And besides, you know, I got to have you guys come back and hang out for what's in the box.
Okay, awesome.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, exactly. So y'all seriously jump on this. I know it just started and there's more to come, but we gotta boost these guys. You know, these are our homies. And,
Definitely.
I cannot wait to get the sketch. I'm excited about that sketch.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm excited about that sketch. I love original artwork, man.
The sketch is gonna be a random tulpa or cryptid, so
Excellent.
it's dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hopefully he'll do he'll do his favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, the man dog.
So
Oh,
I
man.
have the page queued up if you want to share the screen.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So yeah. So give us a backstory here, Ray.
So some stuff happens, and Quetzalcoatl has to get away from what's going on, and she runs into the Smile Dog. And this is the page for the Smile Dog right there, or Smile Dogs rather.
Look at that! Look at those creepy fuckers.
That thing is creepy,
God, those
and
eyes just stand right out.
it gets creepier on the next page. I don't know if you want to show that one, because this is the page that got me all like, "What the hell am I even looking at here?"
Oh, where's my axe? that is literally my first instinct. It's like, where's my axe?
I remember my dad telling me a story about a smiling dog roaming around the train tracks, Ray and Luke. So apparently he was the devil or something like that.
Really?
But yeah, it had human teeth. It smiled, but it had human teeth. So I don't know if he saw it when he was a kid or somebody told him that.
Fuck.
But shit, that's creepy.
Yeah, exactly, man. And that's what it feeds off of right there, you know. So these Smile Dogs are coming after her, and I don't want to show any more after that because it gets really...
That's a beautiful tease. I like it. That was tantalizing and tasty. I'm excited.
Yeah, it gets good.
So Smile Dogs gotta dance. Gotta dance. The Sim Squad. Reminds me of thirsty guys surrounding cosplayers. The eyes all wide.
Can I get a photo?
Yeah. Oh Lord!
Can I get a picture?
Yeah, maybe if you don't smell like onions, please remember to bathe. No, like listen, like rolling into a convention, like I go into a convention like MegaCon with my ex-wife, and this is like the first real big con she's ever been to. And you know, we're walking in after going outside to eat lunch, and she's walking in, she's like, "Oh, somebody's cooking onions." And my co-host and the cameraman all look at each other, and I was like, babe, that's not onions.
That's
She's like, "Oh, well, what is?" And then her face just dropped, and she turned green, which is an amazing feat for a black woman. So, yeah. So please do everyone a favor if you go to a convention, bathe each night, even if it's just rinsing off. Just do everyone a favor, especially you with the free hug signs.
Yes,
and wear clean clothing, please.
Yes,
wear clean clothing. Please. Don't sleep in the clothes that you wear, please.
Febreze does not count. Febreze does not count, you guys.
Oh,
so I remember one time that a guy smelled like a wet, dirty mop.
What?
Oh God, musty.
Like a mop that just stayed there with stagnant water like for a week.
Oh man, what the hell?
Nope.
I always thought it smelled like vegetable soup for some reason. It just kind of like, which is the oniony smell, I guess you could say. But
guacala,
all the fun things you have to look forward to when conventions start back up and people.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right? Like I don't know. Like maybe did you learn how to bathe in quarantine? Probably.
No, I
Like
doubt it.
could you not smell yourself? Yeah.
Man.
No, not just water. Use soap.
Use soap,
He's
definitely,
like, no,
please.
damn it! I have a sensitive nose. Use soap. Do not soak into your clothes.
Smelling like the runny trash rag. Jesus.
These are very descriptive
convention
images
started
right
back
here,
up.
man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's talk. There's talk of trying to start them up again. So who knows? Who knows?
I hope we don't get smell this in the CG con. If it happens.
No, I mean, I would hope that we're all aware enough to bathe. If not, I'm gonna have a can of spray deodorant. And I will literally spray.
We should do a little can of deodorant with our logo on it, Ray.
There you go.
Oh,
Hand them out. That's a much better idea.
That's
Less
a good
likely to
idea,
get a
man.
lawsuit.
Put them in the entrance of the con. Hey, $5 a can.
We should do that, man.
There you go. You want to get past? You need to take one of these, and I have to watch you put it on.
I have to expect.
Yeah,
Exactly. Man. No, it's true. Something needs to be done.
So you don't smell like soap.
Sopa. Sopa is soup.
Sopa is soup.
Use soap so you don't smell like soap.
Sopa.
It's a little tangy. You smell a little tangy there. Yeah. What does the gargoyle say? I worked in a strip club. There was a customer complained that the strippers.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's very, very kind of you. Lemon in an open flame. Put some lemon on the armpits.
Oh man.
Jesus. All right, y'all. Y'all some crazy motherfuckers. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us here this evening, but it is time to go. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time.
Peace. Thank you so much.